It seems like there's sort of lots of liquidity coming out of China, but maybe you can provide more context there.
So this is looking at the debt liquidity ratio of Japan and China. Now, I'm just going to go back in the presentation because you need to contrast this with the earlier slide here. Now, this earlier slide was for all advanced economies, and this is dominated by the US, clearly by its size, and to some extent by the Eurozone. But let's say it's non-Asian economies which are really dominating that picture. And if we go back to the Asian picture, what you can see is that Japan had a very high debt liquidity ratio back in 2005 onwards for about 5-8 years. Don't worry about the levels of the debt liquidity ratio. That really reflects the average maturity of debt in these economies, and that would differ by economic structure. But it's the history that really is important. And what this shows is that Japan was struggling under a very high debt liquidity ratio. They found it difficult to refinance. That was saddling their economy. And what they've done since that time through Abenomics, if people remember that, and Abenomics will likely be taken up by the new prime minister in Japan now, that devalued debt by printing lots of money, allowing the yen to devalue significantly, and essentially Japan's debt burden was eased significantly, and that came via the Bank of Japan's very aggressive quantitative easing program.